Hello guys and welcome back to Castle Coaster. Today I'm so glad to tell you guys this is the last episode of this series. In today's episode we're gonna finish to decorate our old main street. The little bits here are left in the single street right at the bottom of the castle, and also we're gonna make the whole entrance. The one I don't really want to look so busy because I want the guests to come and look at the end of that main street we have there and see our castle. Right, more things I wanted to tell you about today's episode is that we're gonna make also the lighting today, but in this case I just gonna show you just a few of the spotlights we have at the lamppost, and that will be all. I will cut it and leave something as a little surprise for the end, so you will see in a little cinematic at the end how the park looks like at night. More things. Right, this is the last episode of this series, but it will be a special one with a little show around, and of course the ride of our roller coaster in the next special episode. I hope you will enjoy. I will for sure. Well, back to the gameplay. As you can see, like I said in the last episode, this little piece, it will be duplicated million of times, and it will help me quite a lot to put more detail and more deepness in our creation. And yeah, the time lapse today is, I don't know if you have noticed, but it's slightly faster than usually because it took me quite a long time to add all the detail in our main street, so I didn't want you to be bored or even have two separate episodes doing this. I don't really see the point because most of the buildings are with this medieval looking, and I don't really want you to see all the time me doing the same as you are watching just now. Adding our cross beams, of course, is the best resource I've got to make this look like a medieval town kind of thing, right? And of course we're gonna add some more services as chief beef and beef chief, sorry, and our milkshake shops, and all this will be repeat all over our main street and also in the other one. Here I'm gonna create a new set of balcony with these plants. It was just an idea I had. It's just like make the fence just with barrels all over it. The problem, I started with the normal barrels and I didn't really like the top of it. You can see all these circles of the barrel, it just didn't look right. So yeah, as you can see, we delete them all and use this one with flowers. The result is much better. Add just some more detail to cover the, for example, these little leaves are through the handle. Well, we're just gonna add this ladder here to make it with more detail and also to cover those little leaves over there. I don't know, I kind of like this balcony I made here with the plants. I don't know, let me know in the comments if you do too. And of course we had to add way more windows all over our creations. This time we're gonna add this lateral sidewise, I don't know how you will say that, well, that sign of the beef chief beef thingy. Sorry. Well, back to the building we created in the last episode. This one I rather changing it a little bit, like you have seen, like making this huge balcony on top, like if this were a big main building in the street. And we will add some animatronics in a minute, and making these supports in a diagonal angle. So I don't know, it just give it more detail to the building, and fixing a little bit the roof, adding some more wooden planks here, so it just cover a little bit the roughest part of our roof, and it make the roof coming out of the wall a little bit, so I don't know, it just looks a little bit better. And back to do the same with these diagonal balconies here, so I don't know, it just kind of like looks like it supports the roof a little bit, and also it gives a different aspect, but I really try hard to make it look all medievalist, and I don't know, I think I did it. Let me know if something could be better, or I don't know, if you agree with me, if it looks or it doesn't as a medievalist style, right? And yeah, anyway, talking generally about our amusement park, this is just an area, right? The main street, the entrance of our theme park to the castle. This is just one area of the big three areas gonna be. In the future we will add a Pyre theme. Yes, I know it's not original at all, everybody has done that, but I got a few new ideas and I hope you will enjoy it. I think they are pretty good, and we'll see in the future. Remind you guys, I'm going on holidays back to my hometown, Spain. Gonna join the sunshine, the ocean. So yeah, the channel will be closed just for 15 days. Don't go, please stay close, because we'll be back by the 15th with more creations and really good ideas I have all over my brain. Yes, it's just 15 days, the 15th of July I'll be back. So yeah, back to the gameplay. Yes, adding more detail here. This house is being copied quite a long time, quite many times, but if you just change the appearance of it, there we're gonna add. Here we go, back to this little piece we have used many times. We're just gonna use the roof here, like if it, well, I don't know, to add some detail to this shop we have put here. Is the hard shop, and of course we have to put our cross beams, but we want them to look different than the other shop. Yeah, different drawings with the beams, and of course different windows, and it just make it look different enough to keep that looking we are working with, but different than other buildings, that's all. Of course, a big sign for this hat shop. Yes, fantastic hats. One thing I have noticed here, and I don't think it's a bug of the game, I think it's not been implemented yet. None of the customers go to buy anything in the hat shop yet. I suppose it's because they just basically didn't render the graphics for the guests wearing hats. I suppose it's that. If it's a bug, well, we'll see soon enough. I think for the last of July, by the end of July, we will have the Alpha 3. I suppose this is what everybody's commenting, so hopefully all that will be sorted by then. Well, here in this building we created the last episode, I wanted to add a garden. I just add this fence here, and we will leave all the foliage for later on in this episode. And of course, these lanterns here we have to add all over the city, so it's not just for the lighting, but it's also for the detailing. I don't know, it just look right, no? What do you think, guys? And yeah, here we go, adding our foliage in our garden. And here, yeah, I said I didn't want to have a clock tower here because it's something everybody has done already, and I don't know, I just wanted to be a bit different. So it's just a big tower in that building, and copying these chunks of buildings here. Like I said before, we duplicate them lots and lots of times, and it just worked very well. I don't know, just to cover some spots, empty spots, to make blend all the buildings together, and I think it worked at the end. And also, you always have to add doors to your buildings, and here in our little bridge between buildings, add some more detail also in this episode. And well, back to talk to our friends Cucamonda, our friends Silver Red, Divois, Bullet Sponge. They are awesome, seriously. I highly recommend you to go and have a round on their videos because it's awesome what they are able to create. Silver Red is now working also in a fantasy castle-y thingy. It's more elvian, you know, like elves from the Lord of the Rings. I don't really know how you say that in English, sorry. But yeah, he has an amazing fantasy castle. You should go and watch it. Mine is more kind of like European style, if you like. His is like elvian, or you know, from the elves. Sorry for my English again. I've been all the series saying the same. Sorry guys, sorry for my English. I will say it until my English gets better. Right here, working a little bit in our bridge, adding some more details at the end. Same doors at both sides of the roof, of the bridge, and same roof by that thingy on top. And yes, by this time I was already fed up with all the beams here. I have used them like billion times, and I was a bit fed up. I'm kind of happy to finish this because I really want to work in different themes. That doesn't mean I don't like this. I think I like it pretty much a lot, but well, I just wanted to finish and work in something different, of course, after my holiday. And of course, always our cross beams, balconies for top under the roof, so it just make it like a little bit more strength to our beams scheme here. I don't know if that makes sense. And yeah, working a little bit different details on this house, just slightly different, working with the glass windows and these frames, white frames here, adding some lighting here, and that's all for that building. We're about to finish all this bit. Just few more details, and of course we have to make today our entrance. Like I said before, I don't want the entrance to look like very overloaded, like very busy. I don't want it to be all over the top, because like I said, I want the guests to come and put their eyes at the end of our main street so they can see our castle, no? Which is the big thing we have in this park so far. And anyway, I think just a few more buildings are already done, just change a little bit of the detail, and that'd be all for our streets. And here we leave some more space for our gardening, and yeah, back to our fences. You just make one, duplicate it till you are happy, and yeah, what is exactly this gonna be for? Oh yeah, this is gonna be one of the, yeah, here we go. We have to do still all this side of our main street, and working on these first buildings, you're gonna see once you are into the park. I want them to look, like I said, medievalish, so you have that feeling just as soon as you get inside, but no way overloaded with detail, because like I said, I don't want them to stop looking to the end of the street. And I don't know, in the next special episode, when we do all this little show around and the ride, you will have all the views from very different points of view, sorry. and yeah, you will see what I'm talking about, no? That you just get into the park and look everything, so you get that atmosphere of medievalist town, but your eyes cannot escape from looking at the end of the main street and see that castle on top of our mountain, yeah, where our coaster is and our big star wheel there, eh? So hopefully you will like that episode. Of course it will be a short one. The ride lasts like about 2 minutes, plus probably an extra 2 minutes of cinematics showing you all the details in our streets and our buildings, and of course the other two rides we have here, the Star Wheel and the Venetian Carousel. Yeah, and we're about to finish also these little bits here on the left, but also it's gonna be the first buildings you can see when you are into the park. Of course, in this episode we will open for first time to the public the park, and so you will see the first customers coming in. And well, in this building we have that piece of scenery. I didn't say anything, it's just this Pyre theme thingy where they are playing instruments and it sounds with music. It's just an animatronic, and I kind of like it, and it finish even when it's pirate and we are in a medieval theme, but I just decided to leave it there because it works. Here, as you can see, those buildings, we just changed the walls for white ones, adding some more animatronics here, and of course changing the detail over here so it just doesn't look the same to the others, because here is where this queue gonna be of the Venetian Carousel, and I wanted I don't want you to be there and don't look to anything, because you are in a very busy town. So yeah, that's what we did. Here we have duplicated this building, rotated and set it in the same spot, so both sides of the building are with this balcony shape kind of thing. So of course we changed all the detail, a service here, what it was, yes, a toilet, and yeah, just to add some more deepness to our buildings and make them look different, so not everything is the same, yeah. And well, here of course we have to remove the service we had, the beef chief beef, I think, sorry guys again. And yeah, all these spots are empty here with grass. It will be like gardens we're gonna add at the very end of this episode. And we're about to finish actually our whole street decoration theme. At the beginning I was kind of not happy using these toilet signs or milkshake signs because they are quite big, and I didn't want to spoil the appearance of medievalist things, but I cannot forget that this is a theme park, yeah, so they had to have these things. At the end it worked pretty well, and Sorry. Back to the gameplay. As you can see, we are starting to add some detail to our entrance. Like I said, I didn't want it to be very overload, full of detail, because I want you to get inside. Yes, of course, see, this is the beginning of our park, but I want your eyes to go farther back and see the castle. Well, adding detail here, our fences, we're gonna add some foliage here, over here. Of course, these 6 signs we have here, we just have 6 of these ones, but in every theme park you have seen, probably this is a pretty common thing, no? It's a signs telling you about security, or telling you about what attractions you're gonna find, or this sort of thing, yeah? So yeah, I don't know, I just give it a nice touch to the entrance, and I decided to add it here, just shorter fences and add some foliage like we are doing just now. This is actually the barrels with flowers, and I don't know, it's just a few more sculptures here, add some water. We're gonna add also some lanterns, and well, in a minute you're gonna see, after we just put our foliage here, because we don't have ivy again, so we just add what we have here, just bushes or these trees with pink flowers. I don't know, it just give it a really nice touch to the whole thing, no? Just like a kind of like more rustic, bucolic looking kind of thing. I don't know if that makes sense. And of course, our barrels, we have used them quite a lot. And of course, we have to add all these foliage here at the entrance, on all the roofs and all that. This took me quite a long time. This is actually, I think, is very quick, fast forward here. It's like 10 times the speed, sort of. And yeah, this is pretty much it about the foliage. I have to say, we have added also signs on our attractions. You have a sign for each ride we have. Here was the Venetian carousel, or the star wheel on the other one, yeah. Yeah, like I said, this empty space we have here, we're just gonna add some foliage here, some trees, some flowers, and that's it, just to give it some more green to our city, you know, just breathes healthier, the people living there, yeah, isn't it? And I just kind of like the touch it gives, no, to the whole thing. And just a bit repetitive, guys, seriously, like I said, I was quite glad to finish this. I want to work on something different. I have pretty good ideas, and I don't want them to wait for long. Just after my holiday, by the 15th of July, we will have a new creation over here. And yeah, we're about to finish. More things I wanted to say, because this is just one area of our park. Obviously, the whole thing is quite empty, no? All the corners are empty. This is right at the middle of our park, the castle, yeah, and our main street right to the entrance. So the rest of the spaces are quite empty, and I don't want it to look very empty. So I add like a forest. Yeah, you are seeing just the beginning of it. So it just doesn't look so empty. I'd rather be in the middle of a big forest than nothing, yeah. And well, we have to decorate around our paths, our unfinished paths. You will see in a minute why it's unfinished, because this will be the entrance to our new areas. You will see in a minute what we're gonna do about it. And yeah, adding some more foliage, like you see, way more trees, lots and lots of them. So many that finally the frame rate dropped a little bit. Nothing spectacular. Just normally it was around between 50 and 60, depends on which part of the park you are. But after I add like thousands and thousands of trees, it dropped like down to 30. The worst times is down to 30. So it's nothing especially bad. But well, when we go back to create something in this park, I will have to remove lots of trees, so the frame rate will go up again. And yeah, why is this empty, this path here? Because yeah, as you can see, Pirate Village ahead, but it's coming soon, guys. This is still on work, so yeah, that's why I left that there. So just to remind you guys, will be coming soon with more in this beautiful park. And also here, I don't know yet what will be. And here we are opening our park, our first customers. What do you think about it? Finally, we have our customers. I'm going back to night so we can add some lighting. Doing this lamppost here, duplicate them, put them, and now we're gonna add these spotlights. And I will make a cut, guys. That's all for the gameplay. This is the final result at night. I hope you liked this episode. I really did. And yeah, just wait a little bit more for the final special episode where we will see our ride and few more cinematics. Guys, I hope you enjoy. If it's like that, please thumbs up, and I will see you next time.